All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rahquah, Kodash, double honor to GMS, like minded brothers, peace, citation, blessing, all the accumulating is true. Shalom, hope for elect. Little wins to be a fine lesson, and let's just get into it. It's gonna roll in the spirit. But this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 3. Chapter 3, verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. Again, read again. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 20. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. Verse 25. Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore. It's not. 26. A stubborn heart shall fare evil at the last, and he that loveth danger shall perish therein. So, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. What it say? To fear the Lord and keep his commandments. Let's get it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High Yahweh and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So, at the end of the day, these people out here, walking after, their own, leaning on their own understanding, they're being deceived. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3 and 4. They're being deceived. The brothers, start elders on down, bringing out this truth, and call like it is, break down these scriptures like it's supposed to be broke down. Through the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. And hey, not everybody gonna hearken to this truth. So at the end of the day, it's only gonna be for those with that spiritual eye, whom the Lord, whom Yahweh or Yahweh Shema Shai through the Ruach Kodash has opened up their eye to see. A Shalom all Prince of Yahweh 3, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. Isaiah 65, verse 2. I spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. Let's fire out. The brother got another one. Acts 28:24. And some believe the things which were spoken, and some believe not. And at the end of the day, you know, it, if the Lord ain't dealing with you, you know, then you probably ain't gonna hearken to this truth, and you're gonna find yourself in a very, very dreadful case. You know, as I say, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You know, let's see, I'll get that. Yeah, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, you know, Yahweh. I'm gonna read up a little on that Hebrews chapter 10, verse 29. Actually, I'll start up a little let's start at Hebrews chapter 10, verse 22. Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. You know, and this word, you know, through Yahweh Shai, that's the cleansing agent. We're washed by the word. Get back to verse 23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. And let us gather to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. And you know what the prophecies say, you know, the end times be like, you know, Matthew 24, second Ezra, you know, let's get a couple out here in Matthew 24 real quick. Matthew chapter 24, verse 4, start 4. And Yahweh shall answer and say unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And you know, if you ain't seen, you know, there's a lot that's going on. You know, these devils, the devils that are in power, whom the earth is given to. You know, the hand of the wicked, Job 9:24. You know, these devils is they're stirring it up. You know, like Revelation 12:12. You know, the devil, he coming down with the great wrath because he know he had but a short time. You know, roughly paraphrasing. This is Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand. that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those times from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So, through through Yahweh Bashim Yashah, Bashim Kwakadash, you know, having and men having the spirit of the Lord on them, and having the visions, and dealing with the angels, and just whatever they had, from Yahweh Shah is how we get this scripture today. And like I say, the end is manifest, and through the elders on down, with the proper breakdowns, we get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and it's made clear to those who had that spiritual eye to see this. Let me see here. What was Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. So once we come to this truth, we try to walk in that, perform the righteous acts to the best of our ability. Our mindset is not on following and wickedness and just being consumed with this carnal world. It's this world is full of wickedness, man. And if you ain't got this truth, if you ain't got Yahweh Shema Shah, and putting that spirit on you to walk in this light, then you just walking in darkness, and the end of that road, man, it ain't good. So this is Hebrews 10:27. But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. 28. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. So the times of old, if you was going off, man, they put you to death. You know what I mean? And everybody, like that verse say, because roughly paraphrase, because iniquity or wickedness ain't speedily, you ain't judged speedily. Everybody think it's okay. We just do what you want. This is Hebrews 10:29. Of how much more sore punishment, suppose ye, should he be thought worthy, who had trodden under the foot the Son of the Most High, and hath counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and hath done despite unto the Spirit of grace? For we know him that hath said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. And in 31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. And a lot of people that they ain't gonna get it until they ain't gonna get it until pain by death. The Second Ezra chapter 9. Second Ezra chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we see these end time signs. Brothers break down, these prophecies, and prophecies that have already come to pass. Why a lot of these people, they don't even got no clear understanding on these scriptures. It's all just a feel good doctrine to most people. Hey, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, that we're walking in uh that narrow path. Let me get the because wide is the way it leads to destruction. Yeah, Matthew 7. Matthew 7, verse 13. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So, this is gonna be a small remnant, that Lord called to this marvelous light, to the truth, who the Lord has blessed with that spiritual eye. But back, let's see, what was Second Ezra, Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. I read that, so I'll read it again. Even so, the times of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils. These evil times to come. That's the Lord's promises. He dealing with you if you of that hopeful elect. Lord, when we are the hopeful elect, we gonna be preserved from these said perils to come. St. Ezra 9:8 shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. You really think about that, how special that really is, man. Just to imagine, because like I say, none of us know. We don't know. That's the faith. That's the beauty of faith. We're gonna have to have that faith. It's gonna be tried, but just think, like some brother in this truth, the Lord, he's been dealing with us from the beginning. You know what I mean? We're sanctified, by the Lord from the beginning, man. That's just brothers, in this life we've lived, all the hell we caught, just always been, left out, been misused, just man, just to think about that, just whoo, that'll put a smile on your face, man. But Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 9, Then shall they be in a pitiful Salakia. I'm still this man. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. So, you know, we come to this truth and you start getting understanding and try to perform righteous acts, to the best of our ability. And we are in this wicked ass flesh in this wicked ass world, and we're just prone to fall. You know what said? Righteous man falls 7 times and get back up. Roughly paraphrasing. And how do we get back up? Through the scriptures, man. Through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding should be Salaki. Wisdom and knowledge should be a stability of our times, the strength of salvation. And the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Roughly paraphrasing. But it says again, Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away spitefully shall dwell in torments. So these sad perils, these peerless times to come, man, what say, Lord's the elect, they're gonna be preserved, but the wicked 2/3 and these other nations, they gonna catch hell, man, and it ain't the kind of hell you want to catch. You know what I mean? Verse 10, 2nd Ezra 9, verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. You see brothers on the byways and highways and byways, and diligent brothers, who are experienced, who've been in this truth for a long time. They got the breakdowns, they got the history. You know what I mean? Through the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, and they putting in work. Trying to call the lost sheep to the truth. And they was, man, people just walking on by like it's just another day. You know what I mean? But man. What they call brothers conspiracy theorists, this and that, but all these so-called conspiracies, as they start coming to pass, well, it's probably gonna be too late by that point. They're gonna be the famine of the word, and when the destruction come, let's say, not to hurt the earth until as the word is going out to the four corners, roughly paraphrasing. But man, once this word gets cut off, and that means it's destruction time. But we'll continue on, get a couple more, and I'm gonna get the comment board. Shalom Akim Akwa. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. The same must know it. The same must know it after death by pain. In verse 13, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. So, at the end of the day, the wicked, like I say, Revelation 22. Let the just be just, and let's get it real quick. Yeah, Revelation 22, verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. Okay, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. you know. And so we ain't really to be curious about, how the ungodly shall be punished. Just we know it's coming, and we also know that there's a salvation coming, to that hope, to the elect, when we that hopeful number, you know. But let me get on this comment board. Hey, Shalom. Let's see. Yes, Prince of Yahweh 3, Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 17. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, Hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, We will not hearken. You know, it's like, brother, uh, with a brother Fisher turned Hunter, they show him all. He always bring out, Isaiah 62, verse 6 and 7, and, the water all praise you, how about Shimei Ashai, that, that there is watchmen, that there is men that the Lord had put that spirit on, because I know, like me, being a young, new, a babe to this truth, if it wasn't for, the elders on down, it wasn't for Yahweh Shimei Ashai putting the spirit on, men of the Lord to do what they're programmed to do, then, I'd be in a pitiful case, I'd be, in the dark. Let's see, where was yeah, Prince Yahweh, Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 8, there's one wise and great to be feared, Lord set upon his throne. See, yeah, again, Prince Yahweh, Job 28:28, and unto man he said, Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. See, in his likeness, Yasha Allah, Matthew 26:41, watch and pray that ye enter, that ye Salaki, that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yo. He in his likeness, Yasha Allah, Hebrews 11:7, by faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he commanded the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Verse 8, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go into a place which he had after received for inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. Also, was it Abraham? The Lord's testing, to take out Isaac. He was ready to do it. You know what I mean? Because like, man, that's your creator. Yahweh. Yahweh Shema Shah, man. It's like that's the bosses. You know what I mean? I'll get this is like Yasha'Allah, Isaiah 48:10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in a furnace of affliction. Verse 11, for my own sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. Yup, Prince Yahweh. Psalms 145:20. The Lord preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. Let's see, yup, same brother. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastures according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right, in his likeness, shall all the 2 Samuel 22:26. With the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful, and with the upright man, thou wilt show thyself upright. With the pure, thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward, thou wilt show thyself unsavory. This is Ahab, Amath, Yasharallah, a man of valor, Baal. Matthew chapter 11, 16 and 17. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, their fellow, Salakia, and saying, we have piped unto you, and yet have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Same brother, Second Ezra 1673. Then shall be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. I ate the water Akim for the precepts, you know, Blakatha Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh, Bashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kwakadash Barakathon, you know. Let's see, I think that's probably, just a little quick hitter, probably wrap it up. But let's see. I'm gonna get this real quick. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. Thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Verse 9, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And what's America? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. You look around and this place is starting to look like Rome, more and more every day. You got your wicked ass rulers, you got your abominations going on, what that verse, they call good evil and evil good, get the Like I can't find that. All right, Salakia, but I'll continue on. If brother know that precept, Bubba Kashah, the water. All right, so this is Second Ezra chapter 7. And, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Verse chapter 7, verse 8, verse 17. I shall start verse 16. Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come rather than that which is present? So, like Romans 8, verse 6, to be carnally minded is death, and to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Rough paraphrasing. We get caught up in this here and now, but when you understand that this here and now has an end, and you don't get to say when it comes. It could be today, tomorrow, a week from now, 10 years from now, whatever. For each individual person. You know what I mean? And we know the end. The indignation to come to Babylon the Great. You know what I mean? But we get in this flesh, in this wicked world has programmed us, through their media, through their TV, just through everything, has programmed us to be slaves for the system, and to only care about the here and now. But again, Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 16. Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come rather than that which is present? That's why it's very important to meditate on these scriptures, on the prophecies, on the promises, like Lord willing, we're that hopeful number, but instead of the present, because man, this is all carnal, man. You ain't, the only thing you can gain in this world right now is the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's the only thing that's going to carry on into the next, the next age. This is verse 17. Then answered I and said, O Lord that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but the ungodly should perish. So at the end of the day, the righteous, they're going to inherit the kingdom. Lord, we're that number. And the ungodly, along with the wicked, they're going to perish, death by pain. But verse 18, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. We're suffering, and we got that faith, that hope for what's to come, or like brothers Ayasha Moth, GMS Kingdom Mind Ball, that's part of that being kingdom minded, thinking about what the Lord has promised us, having that faith and hope for what is to come, rather than this here and now. Because this here and now, man, it's old, Let's continue on. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. And he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that had understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. For the Most High had given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, imagine vain things. Imagine vain things. Man. Whew. That's what's devil mean? Devil means deceiver. These devils, they're set up to deceive people. And you got people who just, blind leaders of the blind, and they fall right in that ditch. They fall right in that hole. You got the media who they're all devils, but let's just take this for example. You got the media who called Trump, racist, this and that. I don't know if he's racist or not. All I know is, years ago I seen the roasting Donald Trump, and there, Snoop Dogg was on there, and he seemed to be friends with Snoop Dogg, and that's neither here nor there. But then all everybody wanted to vote for Biden, and he's seeming to be more racist than Trump. You know what I mean? But that's just they're being deceived, man. These devils, they're small level, puppet devils, but being controlled by the elite, the top level wicked. But man, just I seen that video earlier. Let me try to get it. It's your brother I Slaughter, if I get that name right. Ahab Amah Yasharallah, a man of Valor, man, Baal, that Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And that's what you see, more than ever, especially with these transformers and shit. You know what I mean? They the Lord put that the spiritual demon Satan on them head. They think that Salaki, I lost my train of thought. They think that they want to be the opposite gender than what they were created to be. That's whew. I'm trying to get this video I seen earlier. Hey, Salaki, I'm about to close up. I'll get this video and then the end. I mean, drag out the lesson, but man, just this fucking devil right here though, straight up fucking.
I did not vote for that damn food that they had. That racist dog. I did not vote for that damn food that they had running against him. That racist dog that I heard the first time in 1972 when I was doing an intern thing at the DC think tank, when he was out there with James O. Eastman, John B. Stennis, Balbus came in from Arkansas. That's the fool said they'd never integrate the Little Rock High School. They had Wallace there, who was wheeled in, and they had Bird, former Grand Dragon of the Klan, and they were talking about this young man who had a stupid-looking ducktail like he was back in the 1950s, was the last true yellow dog Dixiecrat, and they were talking about Joe Biden, who got up there, and when the speech he gave, I mean, I was really offended. I heard it right outside the state capitol building in Dover, which was a rundown, ransacked old house, 250 years old. And he said Negro children are like roaches. If they're allowed to integrate the schools, they will infest them and they will never be gotten out. And he said Negro children are like roaches. If they're allowed to integrate the schools, they will infest them and they will never be gotten out.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
And he said Negro children are like roaches.
All right, so that's enough of that. But man, just everything about this fucking dude is foul, man. He's fucking foul, dude. And this is the fucking guy that, you know, a good portion, you know, of Jake's voted for. You know what I mean? I ain't never voted in my life, so I'm just gonna put that out there. And but hey, you know, that just goes to show you the mental state, you know, the strong delusion that the Lord has put on these people, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the Lord, He set everything up, you know, the way it is. But man, for this fucking wicked ass Edomite devil to be running a goddamn country, if this ain't a sign of fucking what's to come, then man, you know what I mean? That's one of many, you know. But god damn, this is fucking crazy. It's almost, you know, the shit that's going on in this world, you know, man, it's almost unreal, man. You know, straight out like a Hollywood script. But hey, you know, we got the directions, you know, the directions to success, you know, and hey, you know, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Bashim Kwakadash, because whoo, we could be two through, you know. Hey. But hey, I guess I'll go ahead and close up. Salakia, for you know, dragging it out, but all right, so you know, call Halayim Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kwakadash. You know, all praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kwakadash. Until next time, you know, Shalom.